Yeah, that's right.
My name is Sopheap Pich. I'm an artist, I'm a sculptor. I live in Cambodia. Been living there for 20 years. So I started working at Cirva a year and a half ago. The first two was just mainly experimenting with different things because I don't know much about glass. So I tried working with bamboo, I tried working with just free form and also based on some work that I've done before. I think once I settle down a little bit here and feel comfortable with my small bits of understanding about glass and what it can and cannot do for me, I felt like I don't know, this rosewood seed form has called me again, you know, and I wanted to see if I can make something that looks as close to the real thing as possible in glass, because I've made this piece in bamboo, in burlap, beeswax, in stone in the past. I wanted to see if glass can be something that is unique, that does not give me the same thing that other materials does. When we first started making a couple, I saw the potential in it. As I made more, because I said, well, what if we try a different color or different kind of texture, just trying to get at a certain kind of quality that I was looking for, that I didn't see. So then I think we all got a bit excited about the outcome. So we made many seeds. And then I started to think about, oh, maybe I can combine it together. There is a particular form, like a handicraft, that is based on this sort of animistic belief in Southeast Asia, where I think it also in Western country also you have this. But you make something like a necklace or a bracelet. We call it amulet. And it's basically like a kind of charm that you wear or you put it on your house. And I've seen this amulet once when I was in Thailand, and it's made specifically out of this rosewood seed. So that stuck in my mind for a long, long time. I saw that even before I started making the sculptures. So I thought, okay, I think the amulet idea is a good one. But then I needed some subjectivity to it. I can't just make a necklace without much to say. So I thought about the idea of rosewood, that in Cambodia, rosewood and Southeast Asia in general actually, rosewood is a very old kind of tree. Before you harvest it, you wait maybe 100 years. You know, the trees get really big, so the older they get, of course, the bigger they get and the more valuable they become. But more of the forest is converted to agricultural land. So the two big things in Cambodia is the palm tree for making oil and also the rubber trees. So there's these sort of two forces of what I would consider a domesticated plant, like the rubber plant, and a wild nature plant like the rosewood. So the two is been in sort of in battle for the last 40 years that we have basically come out of the Civil War, right? So to make that become a kind of a circular kind of idea, you know, being the wild nature versus the domesticated nature, is to put these two seeds together. I love how our glass, and it's so many different variation of texture and color. But if you look at nature with a microscope, you will also see all the variety of texture and color as well. But we tend to just overlook all these things. And plus, specifically about the rosewood seed, they're so small, that's like the size of your thumb. So when it comes to a sculpture that's, you know, I make this 100 times bigger than what it is, then you have to accept that when you're looking at it, there's something seductive, there's something that draws you in. That sort of indirect result. I love that process. In fact, I think the way I work in my studio is like that too. I use, when I do drawing, I use a bamboo, because it's always something unpredictable, and it's a detached from this kind of personal relationship. It's like one step removed, so it gives me something that I'm not always expecting 100%. That kind of in the neighborhood of what I think I want, and I'll know it when it's not, but I'll accept it if it is. Like it doesn't have to be like or so precise that it has to be like this. And I think this is something that my life in Cambodia for the past 20 years, this is what I have come to accept, is that there's no precision. So there's a bit more organic way of being, and I think that reflects into the way I think and the way I live. It's just the way I work. It's also very organic as well. So I'm proud that we actually made something that is substantial. But I think I will walk around when I'm back in my studio going, oh yeah, I've got this idea and I want to explore some more. So thank you.
Thank you.